Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a very special edition of Out of the Ring. I'm your host, Toonstar, and with me as always, because we have to pay him,
Cowboy Breeze.
Yes, and welcome to our very special coverage of WWE Backlash, Smackdown's very first pay-per-view. We have a slew of matches that were just amazing. Backlash, so much fun. There were thrills. There were spills. Cobalt got kicked in the junk.
Ow.
Yes. It was hilarious.
For you.
Well, I was the one doing the kicking.
That's my point.
Anyway, Backlash kicked off amazingly with the first Women's Six-Pack Challenge. It was a 6-woman match with elimination rules. Last woman standing got to be the first ever WWE Smackdown Women's Champion. Now, even though these matches were amazing, I have to comment on the belts. They could have at least gone with an original idea.
Besides the fact that they're just mirrored versions of the other brands.
Yeah. And blue instead of red.
Yeah.
Anyway, tonight's competitors for the Women's Six-Pack Challenge are Becky Lynch, Natalya, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, Carmella, and Nikki Bella. And as always, Naomi's outfit is headache-inducing.
But not as headache-inducing this time.
Says you. I'm still having a migraine.
At least it was to the point that it wasn't blinding me.
Anyway, so that match was incredible. As I've said before, I always love multi-man, or in this case, multi-women matches. And also, it's incredibly sexy when 6 women just start beating the crap out of each other.
Wow.
What?
I have no comment.
Of course you don't, because you don't get it. You like to see men all greased up and muscular and just pounding each other really, really, really hard.
One, that type of band you just described is not my type. And 2, let's go on with the match.
Oh, right. So, yeah. So, this was an incredible match. And first eliminated was Alexa Bliss, was it not? Or was it Naomi who first got in?
It was...
I was kind of distracted.
It was Bliss.
It was Bliss?
It was Bliss who got eliminated first.
Good, because I was kind of distracted by all the jubblies bouncing around.
Ooh, jugglies?
What would you know about ooh jubblies?
I was just agreeing with the jugglies.
Jubblies.
The jubblies?
Jubblies. Not jugglies, jubblies.
But they're also called jugs, right?
Yeah, it's learning. It still doesn't speak English good, though.
I has no feels of what you were speaking of.
See what I mean? No English good. Anyway, Alexa Bliss was the first to be eliminated, followed by Naomi, if I do believe. Yep. Then Carmella, then Nikki Bella. Finally coming down to Becky Lynch and Natalya in these finals, and it was our beautiful.
No, it was Nikki. It was came down to Alexa Bliss, Naomi, Nikki Bella, because I remember it was Carmella who took the pin on Bella, and then Natalya took out Carmella, leaving Natalya and Becky.
My point is that it came down to Becky Lynch and the Queen of Hearts herself, and the winner, the amazing, always stunning, and the woman who steals my heart, the Irish Lass Kicker herself, Becky Lynch. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Becky Lynch is your first ever SmackDown Women's Champion. So have a pint of Irish coffee on us in celebration. Moving on from that, we came down to... I think you missed a match. Oh, wait, no, you didn't. Okay. Moving on to the next match, it's the Usos versus the Hype Bros. To finish off the tournament to see who would become the #1 contender for the new SmackDown Tag Team Champion.
And the Usos were the only reason they were because American Alpha, who clearly beat them in the previous round, forfeited their win because of the Usos injuring one of the members of American Alpha.
To simplify it, the American Alpha are pansies, the Usos rock.
Lies!
Oh, show you lies, you painted feather duster.
American Alpha all the way!
Samoans for the win.
Meh.
Come on, you can't beat a legacy like the Usos have. Not only do they have family competing in the form of Roman Reigns on Raw, but they're related to The Rock, Umaga, Yokozuna, Rikishi. All of them really great superstars. And The Rock is the highest paid movie star this year.
Lineage, lineage.
You know what? Me and you are going to have words after this broadcast. And someone is going to get kicked in the junk again. Anyway, the Usos faced off against the Hype Bros because they were winners of the last competition. Or they were winners of they lost against American Alpha previously. No, wait. The Hype Bros won their match.
Yeah.
And lost to Heath Slater and Rhino.
Yeah.
So they were getting a second chance too.
Mm-hmm.
So the Usos faced off against the Hype Bros, and I don't care how many woo-woo-woos you want to throw into that one, the Usos still kicked ass.
One thing I can agree, I like their new outfits.
Yes. Though it doesn't match their slogan anymore, play in the paint.
No. No face paints,
Yeah.
just wearing black like the rest of their lineage.
Yes.
The Rock wore black. Reigns
wears black. What can I say? Badasses wear black. So the Usos beat out the Hype Bros to become the number one contenders for the other number one contenders for the SmackDown Tag Team Champion, and they faced Heath Slater and Rhino later on in the night. But we'll get to that match right after we move on to another match: Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, a few weeks ago on Talking Smack, Daniel Bryan called The Miz a coward. This, of course, he took exception to and went on to berate everyone within the WWE Universe for it. Dolph Ziggler, wishing to not only prove something to himself after being beat by Dean Ambrose, wishing to prove something to himself, challenged The Miz to compete for The Miz's Intercontinental Championship.
So Dolph Ziggler said, "Hey, I attempted to get the main championship, failed, but I'm gonna go after the other title."
Wrong! Dolph Ziggler said, "Miz, you are a coward," and The Miz wouldn't even fight against him. No titles, no nothing on the line except The Miz's pride, and he still denied that.
Damn, Miz.
Yeah. And then last week on SmackDown, after Miz lost his previous match, Dolph Ziggler challenged him to come and retrieve the Intercontinental Championship from him, and he sent his wife to go get it.
Like I said, damn Miz. Damn.
No, Dolph Ziggler is not just going from champion to champion to try and prove himself. What he's doing is trying to show the world, just like it's in the theme song, he's here to show the world that he's got what it takes to be one of the greatest WWE superstars of all time.
Any wrestling fans here, I'm going to share that my wonderful co-host here has officially gotten Ziggler's theme stuck in my head.
You're welcome for that. I'm here to show the world. I'm here to show the world. Go on! Yes, Dolph Ziggler is making a name for himself. And tonight, it looked like he had the match sewn up. But once again, The Miz, with help from his wife, retained the championship.
Will Miz ever learn?
No, he won't. Because he's an artard. All he cares about is spotlights and red carpets and money.
And assumably Marine 5.
Like I said, red carpets, bright lights, and money. He doesn't care about the fans. He doesn't care about anything else. He swings that championship around just to get more endorsement deals. So yeah,
and this is actually a long way from when I remember Dolph Ziggler, the old Dolph Ziggler, because I remember the old Dolph Ziggler actually would go after Zack Ryder's quote unquote internet championship
Well, when they said it was a new era, some superstars took that to heart.
Mm-hmm. To change up who they portray themselves as.
Yeah. No longer is Dolph Ziggler just simply another underutilized superstar. He's looking to make it big.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you, after watching what this boy could do, he's going to be big. But
the question is, how big?
Well, he can always shut AJ Styles up.
Yeah.
Anyway, following this, we thought we were going to get a match between Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton. But Bray Wyatt decided to cripple Randy Orton before the match could begin. So Bray Wyatt went into the ring, and just to rub salt, knowing full well Orton couldn't compete, and even if he could, he would be hobbled. So just to rub salt in the wound, Bray Wyatt insisted on the traditional 10 count, which he got. However, Bray Wyatt got something that he wasn't expecting. Instead of an apex predator, he got a big red monster. He got to see what lurks on the other side. And his replacement opponent was Kane.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. The Undertaker's younger half-brother, born in fire and raised by brimstone. Kane is a man you do not fuck with. I think the only thing that would have made that match even more epic if the Dark Side itself had come. If Undertaker had shown up and made Bray Wyatt rest in peace.
There's actually a match the fans want.
Oh, yes. That's a match I want. But I'll gladly take Kane as our consolation prize.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
No, it's just, I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah.
No, that wasn't just a yeah.
It was.
That was
I would rather want Undertaker himself.
But what's wrong with Kane?
He will never be he will never be in my hearts as much as Undertaker.
Well, that goes without saying, but, Kane is, the demon, the big red monster. You
have your point there.
There's only one Undertaker. No one else will be Undertaker.
Yeah,
but
it's like way too late to create another. He made the Undertaker motif.
Yeah,
his so they had their chances a long time ago to make some other mortician.
Yeah. Do you know what? Despite everything that some of the other superstars did, there will always be another Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
There will always be another Hogan.
Yeah.
There will always be another $1 Million Man. There will never be another person like Undertaker.
Nope.
Ever.
And I believe Kane is the same.
So to compare Kane to the Undertaker, to compare anyone to the Undertaker, is just not possible.
Yeah.
But Kane, on his own merits, is a phenomenal wrestler. So don't come in here with your with your attitude and everything. Just because you love Bray Wyatt and all his little fireflies.
But they're fireflies. And the spider walk.
They're not even made of real fire. Kane commands fire. He is a true demon from the depths of the underworld. Bray Wyatt is just a false god pretending to be everything that he's not. And tonight, Bray Wyatt learned what it meant to take on a true demon. That's right, folks. Kane won.
Chokeslam, no less?
With multiple chokeslams. If only they would allow the tombstone. That would have just been icing on the cake. But following that up, we move on to the crowning of the first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And the match was Heath Slater and Rhino versus the Usos. And of course, I was rooting for the Usos in this one. I mean, come on. Heath Slater, the greatest free agent in SmackDown.
I'm gonna level with here. I believe Rhino did not even need Heath Slater in this match.
Oh, he needed Heath Slater. He needed everyone he could get because no one could topple the Usos.
I just believe in Rhino enough.
What are you, his campaign manager? I believe. Oh, no. You also like Bo Dallas, huh? So you believe in Rhino. That's right. You like your wrestlers to be politicians as well.
Hey, Jesse Ventura was good.
He was a better actor. Come on. Running Man and Predator?
Yeah. Point there.
And he's the only other guy besides Arnold who can wield on Painless. But, like I said, if Rhino had taken on the Usos alone, he wouldn't have stood a chance. And Slater had to get in there with his little wah, 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 poor me, I need this contract or I can't feed my family shtick. And unfortunately, I backed the losing horse this time. But I'm Tish. If you guys don't get it, the joke being that I, too, am also a horse. Like a patriot here is only a horse's ass.
And I'm loving it.
Anyway, yeah, unfortunately, Rhino and Slater became the new tag team champions. But I believe!
But you have to believe.
I'm not doing that. I believe that the Usos will rise again and take that tag team championship.
We'll see, Toonstar. We'll see.
But moving right along, we actually get to Backlash's main event. So Smackdown isn't as long as Raw. Backlash isn't that long of a pay-per-view.
Do you think Damn Champions will be longer?
Maybe. But we have Backlash, and we end Backlash.
Oh, I'm sorry. Clash of Champions.
Yes. Clash of Champions. We end Backlash with AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose. And the Asylum had opened.
Okay, so both competitors actually put up an equal fight and actually gave us a really good fight.
Yeah, I will contest to that. Dean Ambrose is still the better competitor, though.
As a person actually going to possibly eventually provide coverage of TNA, I kind of have to side with Styles because he was in TNA, from what I remember, and from what I remember, he was really good in TNA.
Dude, you have no idea what you're talking about. Even though Dean Ambrose wasn't part of NXT, of course, being the superior show to TNA, Dean Ambrose had proven himself as a member of the Shield. While his partners were tag team champions, he too had a championship belt. And even after that cheating ass Rollins broke the Shield up, he went on to become your longest reigning WWE World Champion and managed to keep that championship within SmackDown during SummerSlam against both of his former Shield brothers. He's taken down the likes of Jericho, and like he's just like one of the, and if they had put him into Extreme Rules matches, he would have conquered those too. Like he would have become bigger than Foley, bigger than Jeff Hardy, better than Edge.
But Jeff Hardy is over here in TNA.
You just proved my point.
Well, I can agree, but kind of back to the TNA, is this angle they're giving the Hardy brothers is weird. It's weird. They have made Matt like crazy as fuck. And yes, we can say fuck.
Well, yeah, because, this is our show. Yeah. This is our show now. We don't have censors.
Yeah. They...
Put that phone down, Eric. You are not calling the FCC on us again.
And...
You lost your thought.
We go to... I blame Eric for breaking my train of thought. But they quote-unquote had made Matt Hardy broken, and he's even credited as Broken Matt Hardy. And then they made the brothers feud where not even in the arena, but an arena on their estate property called the Final Deletion, where Matt Hardy technically deleted his brother, and then that next week technically fired because, like, the WCW, they're technically allowing certain members to have first, in a sense, can firing capabilities, but the president of, but the CEO has the final word still. So in a sense, it would be like Mick Foley suspending someone, but Stephanie can say no.
That can happen. Mick Foley's only the general manager.
That's my.
Stephanie is the commissioner. She can overrule any decision he makes.
Yeah. So in essence, they made it to the point that the talent of TNA or have GM power, but the commissioner of TNA can say no.
Anyway, NXT is better. NXT is where all the new blood comes from to join the biggest shows in sports entertainment history. TNA is where all the has-beens go.
Actually, no. Not most of the roster is people that never were in WWE or any well-known circuits. There's only like 2 people, and that is the Hardy Brothers that are even left in TNA that were leftovers of WWE.
Yeah. As I said, has-beens. That's where has-beens go to retire. Anyway, Dean Ambrose versus AJ Styles. Ambrose is better. This match was incredible. Both men giving their all, laying it out on the field, all for that Covenant Gold prize. Unfortunately, AJ Styles won. Damn it. And unfortunately, I just know how his address to SmackDown will go. First, I beat up John Cena, and then I beat up Dean Ambrose, and now I am your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and I'm gonna beat up anybody who says different. Blah 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 blah. And of course, if AJ Styles was here, he'd probably go, "I you go blah 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 blah."
But if you recall, AJ Styles actually did beat him fair and square, legitly at the club.
Okay, I'll give you that one. But it's only a matter of time before Cena comes back, and he'll come back bigger than ever, baby.
Yeah, right. He is. He may be in the face of the WWE, but AJ Styles now is the new face of the WWE.
Okay, I'll give you that one too. That yes, he is WWE champion now. Damn it, that's only temporary.
It may not be.
We'll see. I think what they're doing is that they're gonna have AJ Styles have the belt, but then Cena is gonna come back and he's gonna take that belt, and once again he will be the man that the future runs through.
Like I said, we'll see.
And with that note, that concludes our coverage of Backlash. Did we miss anything? Was there something you wanted us to talk about? Do you want to see my co-host get kicked in the junk? Let us know in the comments below. Also, follow us on Twitter at HVP Show, and follow our own independent YouTube channels, which links will be in the description below there. And of course, I'm Toonstar.
And I'm Kobold Breeze.
And you can't teach that. Good night, everybody.